All right, let's take some shoulder rolls to the back and to the front. And big reach and squat. Gonna go a little lower one more time. And then take our cactus. And a forward fold. Sway right and left. I've been talking today. My voice is wanting to wake up. Take a side stretch each way. We'll do that one more time. Squeeze the glutes when you're doing your cactus. And then release on your forward fold. Sway each way, bring it up. And you can tighten up your glutes on your side stretch too. And really pull with that hand on the wrist. Let yourself go big. Then we're going to go into reverse lunges. I had my feet kind of close together on that first lunge. Lost my balance a little bit. You want your feet about hip width apart. All right, taking it over one shoulder. Adding that rotation in, waking up our core. And moving into lateral lunges, right and left. I've been doing our workouts barefoot a lot on upper body days, especially trying to rehab and strengthen my ankle. Both of them actually, I need to be strengthened. One more. And then taking it into curtsy lunges. Here's where we give a good stretch. Here's where my ankle says ouch. But it's getting better. We really want to work on dorsiflexion in this back foot. So I'm trying to bend, go low. That's the area that a lot of us start getting tighter on. One more. And then we're going to take it into our single leg reach or single leg Romanian deadlift, RDLs. Taking it forward. Just taking our time. So as you go forward, you go slow. And as you come up, you go kind of slow. And you can speed it up if you're feeling really balanced and you just don't want your pace to control your form. These are great for the core. Keep those shoulders down. They're good for the backside. Obviously, good for us to work on balance. You guys look great. And we'll move into our inchworms. So let's go at the back of our mat. Forward fold. Walk those hands out. Come to a plank and hit a push-up. You could be on your knees or toes. And then a big dragonfly stretch each side. Walking those hands back in and going again. Okay, I just did 3 of those. I'm going to bring it down, go on all fours, and hit some cat and cows. Arch and round. And then I'm going to wag the tail of the dog by taking my hips side to side, adding a foot. That's the tail part. Well, 2 parts of the tail, right? The bum and the actual tail. And then I'm going to come back to the center and go into a bird dog. Nice and slow at first, extending opposite arm of leg. We want to feel balanced here so our body doesn't have to shift when we switch sides. Good. Now we're going to go into bird dog crunches. Let's go. Reach and fold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the other side. Reach, pull. 2, 3. Cross over. That rotational muscle working. 6, 7, and 8. Nice. Okay, I'm going to take it to child's pose. Reach my hands out far in front. Take an inhale, exhale. Now take my hands to one side. Lean the other way. And then switching it out. And then coming back to center. Just going to go into a little cobra stretch so that I can get my abdominals and my back stretched. Tucking my toes. I'm going to go ahead and walk back in. Take that big inhale and exhale. When I stand, I'm going to start with a sip of water and we'll get going. So today we're going to do 45-second sets. 4, 5. So 45 seconds, 15 seconds of rest, which isn't long. We're going to have 3 rounds of an exercise or of a body part, slightly mixing up the exercise we're doing. We're going to start with shoulders. So this may not be your heaviest, especially on the first set. And we're going to do squat, little quarter squat, L raise. So one arm front, one to the side. I'm going to get that timer started. Make sure, I don't know if we move those arms around a bunch, stretch them out. Ha, woo, my timer's loud. All right, ready? Let's go. Squat and squeeze the glutes as you lift. So, go with my heaviest, but I went with 10 pounds and they felt super heavy. What? Hopefully, as our bodies get warmer, I know this to be true, we will start. It won't quite feel as bad, even though we'll be going longer, but our muscles have to get in the game, right? Squeeze those glutes as you stand. You want to keep the actual shoulders dropped, not hunching up. We're almost there, friends. One more. Woo! You get to put them down. Now, we're not going for long. Actually, I'm going to pause that timer for just a sec to tell you that we will be switching to a new exercise. So we're going to do back of shoulders, quarter squat, lift behind. All right, ready? Grab those weights again. And let's go. This is a little challenging today because we're staying with the same muscle group, not mixing it up and doing any like squats in between. Good. This is back of the shoulders. So I'm rotating and lifting when I get in that back place. Our third exercise is going to be an overhead press, but we're going to get to do that quarter squat again. One more. Weights down. We don't have long, and we'll be going for that overhead press. So grab your weights. I went heavier. Palms front, let's go. You're looking strong. I know it's challenging. We got this, friends. Come on. One more. Oh. Ah, move those arms around. Okay, so I said 3 rounds, which it was, of the muscle group, but we will repeat that whole set one more time. But thankfully, we have a good no using the upper body in between. So I'm just going to take some side to side squats. If you need to grab a drink, you have about 30 more seconds here, and then a 15-second rest. And then we're going to do one more round of each of those. Ten more seconds. One more. Okay, 15 seconds, and we'll repeat our L raises. All right, let's grab those weights. Get ready for L raises and go. Remember, glute squeeze as you get in the top half of that come up motion, and shoulders relaxed as much as possible. I've got one more. Woo! Okay, squat and press back will be next. Slow your breath down in between. Grab your weights. Ready, go. One more. Woo! All right, friends. This is the final one. This is that overhead press. I'm going to go heavier because it's a little, our shoulders are a little stronger in this direction. Pressing overhead for most. Ready, go. Tighten up that mid and lower body as you come up. Good base. Be in control of your knees. If you catch them going in or out. One more. Woo! One across. That was so, so good. Woo! My shoulders are definitely ready for a break. Hope yours are too. I think we all worked hard. So we're going to follow through with that same kind of mojo on our back. So we'll have 3 different exercises First one is going to be a reverse fly. So reverse fly, we'll roll the shoulders back and down, hinge forward, and we'll open up right here. All right. I'm going to do my first round of these reverse flies with my 10 pounds. Maybe I can go heavier on my second round. I'm not sure. I know when we go to rows, we can go a little heavier than we can on reverse flies. All right, everybody get their weights, shoulders back and down, hinge forward, abs in. Let's go. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Good. Up and tighten. Squeeze. Eight seconds. Man, 45 seconds feels long on this, right? One more. Okay, I'm going to go heavier for a bent over row with my palms facing in. Stand it up for a second. Oh, it's time already. Grab your weights. Same form. Hinge forward. Go. Woo. Up and back. Now I'm going to prep us mentally for the next one. We're going to do a lat pull on our backs. So you're going to have to get down there quick, which is not hard to do because we just go to a sitting position from here and then to our back. One more. Let's go. Woo. All right. So just to demo one without weights, I'm going to be here and here. Okay, time to grab your weights. Bridging up, if you like, and taking it back and to your thighs. Good. So you can have your hips on the ground if this doesn't feel good on your back. If you're in a bridge, I want you to squeeze your glutes. You look great. Nice range of motion, pulling back far. This is our third exercise, so that means we get a little rest when we're done with these. One more. Whew. Put those weights down. Pull those legs in a tuck for a back stretch. Oh, that feels nice. Now, we're going to do a bicycle. So just extend one leg out, hands behind the head, and then the other one, and then add a rotation. We're not trying to win our bike race. We're trying to go up and over. Pretend like your seat's a little too long. You got to get your leg extended out. The other one is staying bent, but your elbow's coming up and over. We just have 5 seconds. Okay, now pull those thighs in again. Something we've been working on is getting to our feet without using our hands. So I'd love you to try an option for that. So I'm going to demo one that's a little bit easier, is tucking one foot under, or you could cross your legs or not cross your legs. Okay, we're going to repeat that whole set. I paused our timer since I was demoing and giving us a moment to practice our get up, get down. Well, yeah. Get down, we already did. All right, so we're gonna repeat that. We ready? Reverse flies, starting in 10 seconds. I'm gonna have to stay with my 10s, I think. Hinge forward, let's go. I don't know, I might have been being a little bit wimpy. If it was 30 seconds, I would have for sure gone for my 15s. I'm gonna confess. Squeeze. Okay, so since I have my 10s, I wanna really get the most out of this. So I'm gonna think about my form, open and squeeze. Maybe a slower release, working against gravity, more time under tension. There's always ways to make your workout challenging. Even if you didn't have weights in your hands, you could be calling on your muscles from your brain. Last one. In fact, I've got somebody on here doing that right now. Way to go. Okay, grab your weights for bent over rows because he has an injury. Taking it forward. Rows, go. Yeah, our brains are so powerful. So if you really focus on the muscle you're working, you can get a workout even without holding weights. So as you're pulling, think about your back. Keep the shoulders down and back in your back pocket. You're looking strong, come on. How about a slower release on these, even if your weights are heavy? We have 10 seconds. We'll be transitioning to our back when we're done. One more. Ooh, taking it down. Oh. We have that lat pull. Oh, we start in 8. Sure does feel nice to lay down. I got to get my weights ready though. I'm going to bridge up again and go. So I'm tightening up my glutes. Woo. And we have 20 seconds. I had to re-engage my glutes and core. I was getting a little bit lazy. Good range of motion, pulling far back. It's different than the triceps. We're moving from the whole back. Oh, done. Pull those thighs in again. Let's just roll a little side to side. And then I'm going to hold my thighs, not my knees, and I'm going to circle my legs. That feels good. Now I'm going to do some dead bugs instead of bicycles. Similar though, put those legs imaginary chair, arms straight up, abs in, and I'm going to take one heel to the ground, but not coming short of that 90-degree angle. You can extend the leg out longer, but do not drop your heel by your butt. Good. So important here to think about, am I arching as my leg moves, or am I staying stable in my core? If you've been doing these and you're used to them, you can take opposite arm of leg. You can extend out a little bit. But again, form before function. So if you start losing your form by arching as you move or releasing the core as you do this, then you want to go back to legs only or go back to not as much of an extension. One more. Honestly, that's a challenging exercise. Pull those thighs in again. If you catch yourself, breaking form, just always take a break. Okay, we've done chest, back, and shoulders. No, we haven't done chest. You're like, what? We have not. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, though, is we're gonna do chest, biceps, and triceps all together. Well, not all at one time, but we'll do chest, and then we'll do triceps, and then we'll do biceps. Then we'll so yeah, I know it's a lot of what I'm saying, but we're going to start with the chest exercise, and we're going to do chest flies, which is open and close right here. You can add a leg lift if you're used to this exercise. Oh man, it's time to start, and I was being so chatty. I'll have to catch us up. Chest is strong, and you're strong, so don't go light on this. All right, ready? Let's go. So what I was trying to say that I was muddling through is that we're going to do one chest exercise, one tricep, one bicep. Then we'll repeat another chest, a different chest, a different tricep, a different bicep. That'll be our flow. Now, I don't know if you can hear the timer, but if you can, do not stop because I started us late and we're not going to cheat our chest. Although if I was going to cheat a muscle group, it would be the chest. Last one. Now we're going to go next into a skull crusher. So I'm going to challenge you to try to go as heavy as you can because it's for the back of the arms. We start in 3 seconds, legs on a chair, ready, go. This is different than the one we did for the back because our shoulders to our elbows are staying still and only our elbow to hand is moving. That is working the back of our upper arms. Not that anyone cares about that, right? Keep going, because remember, I'm off on the timer. When I stand up in a second, I'll get the timer right. By the way, we're going to do 2 more, and then we are going to stand up again. 1 more. And now, transition to your feet. Again, practicing it however you can. I like momentum, as you can see. And we're going to do biceps. So we did chest, tricep, bicep. We're going to do a bicep curl. I'm going to start this timer so we go in 10 seconds because that's a lot of rest. Okay, grab your weights. Come on. We'll rest in a bit. Oh, my headband's on the ground. Okay, 1 leg, if you're good with it, just a regular bicep curl. Let's go. So working on balance. You can always put this toe down and still be balancing. We'll change legs halfway, by the way. Switch legs. You guys are so strong in your arms and your core. Keep going. Oh no, I did restart our timer. You don't have to go longer. You get actual rest. Put the weights down. My bad. Roll those wrists out a sec. We're going to do our side-to-side squat like we did before. Here we go. So we did 1 chest, 1 tricep, back of the arm, 1 bicep. I'm putting my head. No, there went a headphone. It'll probably just come off again. So that was probably. Little lower. Let's go. A little quicker. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to reverse this. We're going to do bicep, tricep, chest. So I want you to grab your weights for biceps again. Maybe you can go a little heavier. I'm going to try it. We're going to do a rotation. So our palms are facing down and they're going to rotate to here. Let's go. Now you can balance again. Nice. Whew. Switch legs. Oh, these heavies feel heavy. Ah, we have one more. Woo! Weights down. We're going to do tricep kickbacks. So we'll be hinged forward. Going to go back and in. I'm going to try my heavies again, my 15s again. Oh, grab your weights. Roll those shoulders back and down. Hinge forward. Go. I didn't prep us good on that one. Sorry about that. So just so you know, for the next one, you'll be going to your back and we're gonna do a chest press. Woo! Five seconds, keep it going. One more. Oh, that was tough. Quickly take it to your back. You gotta go heavy. It's a chest press. Oh, okay, grab your weights. It's about time. You can do whatever you want with your legs. So you can stay here on a chair. You can extend legs out and in to your chair. Bicycle, feet on the ground, whatever. Whew. Now again, whatever movement you're doing, you want to keep that back in neutral spine. So don't overarch. We have 15 seconds to go. I'm starting to arch on my back, so I'm just going to focus on chest. Still working the core because my legs are on a chair. Whew, one more. Ah. Okay, friends, we're going backwards one more time. So we're going to do chest again. And we're going to do one chest press, one chest fly, one of each. And I'm going to add the leg lift. I know it's challenging. Grab your weights. Chest is strong and go. Down and up, open and close. Form before function. So again, you know what to do if your back is overarching. You can have a slide arch in your back at the beginning. If that's you, that's the way your body's shaped. You just don't want it to increase as you move. If you hear the timer, please ignore it because I got off again. But I'm still keeping us at 45 seconds, even if I don't flow with the what you hear on the timer. That's why I usually keep it kind of quiet so you don't know. Woo! And last one. Oh, okay, we got to do skull crushers. We get to do skull crushers. We start in 5 seconds. Put those legs on a chair, grab those weights. Let's go. We want the back of the arms to be so strong. I didn't give us our core in between. I knew I was doing something wrong. We went from chest to chest without the core break. Sorry. Oh. Keep going. You know we're off. We have 15 more seconds. Woo. One more. Ah. Put those weights down. I'm gonna give us our penguins now. So stretch out those hands, reach and reach, reach and reach. I would say that very few of us max out our weight on chest anyway. So if there, like I said, if there's one to cheat on, it's the chest when we went from chest straight to chest again. Oh, goodness. Reach and reach, reach, reach. And rest. Pull those thighs in. We're going to bring it to our feet. I'm going to pause the timer just for a few seconds. And we're going to do biceps. So you notice I took a break before our biceps. So we're going to go heavy if we can. And we're going to do an alternating hammer curl. Alternating hammer curl. All right. Grab your weights. Because as soon as I push the timer, we only have 3 seconds till we go. So everybody grab your weights. I'll be jumping in and joining you. Ready and go. I have to rotate a little bit when I get to the top because for some reason that helps my wrist and elbow. And they are areas that like to complain occasionally, but you don't have to if you don't want to. You can keep your palms facing in, do whatever's best. Whew, these are feeling heavy to me. We have 15 more seconds. I'm trying to keep my glutes squeezed and not use my body, just use my arms. One more. Shake it out. Okay, I just want you to give me a foot up and a little single leg squat. You can put that toe down if you want, but if you're able to balance, go for it. We'll change legs in a few. Switch legs. Let's go. You look great. One more, both feet down. Finish here. Okay. I'm going to do one more exercise with us together. So we're going to do bicep curl, overhead press, triceps, bring it down, finish your bicep. So let's try to go heavy. All right, because let's go heavy. It's your final arm exercise. Let's go. Curl, lift, overhead tricep, finish your curl. Go. I know you got a little bit of shoulders in there. This is a compound move, working multiple muscles at the same time. Ah, nice job finishing your curls strong. Keep those glutes squeezed. I want us to do, I don't know if you can hear the timer, but we're going to do one more after this one that I do. Final one. Ah. Whew. Finishing it out. Ah. Weights down. Move those wrists around. Woo. Nice job. All right, I want you to pull that bicep and let your whole arm and fascia stretch. And I'm also like to stretch my neck at the same time. So keeping that other shoulder, try to keep both shoulders down. And we're going to switch sides. Awesome work today, everyone. Just hit it hard with our upper body. Oh, I need to stop that timer. Open and round. I don't like it to be talking to me when I'm stretching. Very annoying. We'll do that one more time. This time when you come back, hold right here. And let's take those hands to our hips. Kind of give that mini back bend, but really pull those elbows back and look up. Pull your shoulders back. It's going to help stretch the chest. Squeeze the glutes so you protect the back. And then release. We'll do that back stretch. So here I do a little bit of a pelvic tilt, kind of an awkward motion, right? Chin to chest. You want to feel that whole back stretch. So see if you can get your lower back, your mid back, your upper back. A lot of places in the back to stretch. Lift those arms up and pull slightly back. Squeeze the glutes. We'll do our side stretch like we did at the beginning. Pulling over. Hopefully you feel that you can go further. And now we're going to do a tricep stretch. So I'm just going to release this hand and push back. I know some of us like to pull, which is fine as long as you can be kind to your elbow joint. Don't be yanking on that elbow. Walk those fingers down your back a little bit. You could give yourself a pat on the back while you're back there. Woohoo! And the other side. Oh, let's see. I think we've done it. We did biceps, shoulders. We did shoulders a little bit early on. We did triceps, back and chest. So it's time for us to take our big inhale and exhale and a high five to finish.